Like the other children in Oymyakon, the 8-year-old has a special outfit solely for school. Over his sweater, Alyosha is wearing a shirt and a jacket. He also wears 6 layers of clothing, including the warm jacket made of wool and fur. His mother, Irina, covers every exposed inch of his skin. In Oymyakon, frostbite is not uncommon. Alyosha walks quickly when he is on his way. Only for a short moment, a very special one, does he take his time. He hears his nasal mucous membrane crackle as it freezes in his sinuses within split seconds. The moisture immediately forms little icicles on his eyelashes. A worried mother stays behind.
We only survive here because we're used to it. But below 55, 56 degrees, I don't let them leave the house.
Today it is 3 degrees warmer than Irina's limit of minus 55 degrees, much to Alyosha's delight, because he doesn't like the days where he is not allowed out at all. In spite of the cold, Alyosha really likes his way to school.
I like my way to school because it's on foot. Running is great fun.
Alyosha likes to dawdle, and sometimes even makes a few detours, despite his parents' strict instructions. All the houses in Oymyakon are built of wood. Any other material would burst with the differences in temperature of over 100 degrees between winter and summer. The structure of the houses is similar everywhere. An unheated outer room serves as a lock and storeroom. Then comes the heating room with the fireplace, followed by a room which is used as a living and dining room, and behind that lie the bedrooms. In order for the house to remain warm, the Oymyakons fill up every gap, however small, with polyurethane foam. But the cold comes in at some point anyway, always. Alyosha's father has to heat the house 9 months non-stop in order to keep it warm somehow.
My parents, my grandparents, and my great-great-grandparents have lived here. And so, we live here too. I like living in harmony with nature.
In order to live in harmony with the extreme cold, one has to constantly be on the alert, even when performing very ordinary tasks. Irina cannot let the freshly washed laundry dry in the house. The risk is too great that the moisture will cause the beams of the house to split. At the coldest place on earth, the laundry always dries in the garden. Within seconds, the water is frozen and the laundry as stiff as a board. At least the wash is free of germs. The low temperatures immediately kill any germs. But Alyosha's father is also aware of the many disadvantages of the cold, especially when people get careless.
Many people here drink, and it's happened often that they fall asleep in the snow. They don't notice that they're freezing to death. Already at temperatures around minus 20, the extremities start to die off.
A few years ago, a friend of his froze to death in the middle of the village. One's worries become even greater if your 8-year-old happens to be a cheeky kid. In spite of the icy temperatures, he is full of nonsense, just as any other child his age would be. He especially likes to scare the cattle on their way to the water hole. He takes no notice of the special clothes the thick-skinned cows are wearing. As a shield against the cold, their owner has strapped a sort of special bra around their udders. A bra made of nylon stockings protects the most sensitive parts of their bodies from frostbite. Alyosha has been on his way for half an hour already, even though he can make it to school in a good 20 minutes. But the lure to take the detour across the frozen river in the morning was too great. Now the 9-year-old is freezing. Within a short time, the bitter cold always finds its way through all 6 layers of clothes. The ice beneath Alyosha's feet is up to 4 meters thick in some places. In winter, cars and Grigori's school bus use the river as a shortcut. For the boy, the riverbed is always a place to discover new things.
I'd like nothing better than to become an architect, build houses. That's why I attend school.
Whenever he doesn't feel like going to school and taking on the icy way to get there, Alyosha remembers his dream. The last few meters, and he's made it. He is at school. Wearily and frozen stiff, he reaches the school building at 8:15. Alyosha is a bit early, but there are already many children there. All those children who arrive on foot arrange enough time to thaw after their way to school. The best way is to play around. Alyosha's teacher prepares for her class. Half of the seats are still vacant, but in the coldest place on earth, nobody is able to skip class.
If it's that cold outside, the parents may decide for themselves whether they send their children to school or not. But if the children don't turn up without informing the school and having an excuse, we must definitely call and ask what has happened.
Today, all children are more or less punctual, and lessons start. 5 hours lie ahead of the children: math, biology, history, and Russian. Alyosha is talented, but not very hardworking.
My favorite classes are history and math. But to be honest, I come here to play and paint and meet my friends.
After the first 2 lessons, it's time for the main break. The students storm into the cafeteria. In cold Siberia, there is traditionally a second breakfast for the children. Warm noodles and hot tea, essential for the increased energy needs. Afterwards, they all stay in the building. No one wants to go out in the schoolyard. For this, the children would first of all need to put on various layers of clothing. That's too cumbersome, takes too long, and it's simply too damn cold outside. The play equipment in the yard is used only during 3 months of the year. However, they are designed in such a way that they can withstand even the coldest winter on Earth.